let's talk Mad Max. Specifically, some amazing Mad Max facts. Not like fax machine. You see what I've done here? This is a play on the word facts. Thank you to Sans Pants for giving me the confidence to run with this amazing title. So Mad Max, here are, 20 or so facts, I didn't count them, that you may not know, unless you read these off IMDb and Wikipedia, like I did. Director George Miller financed the first film by working as an emergency room doctor. Legally, I assume. He witnessed many a horrific car accident victim, which heavily influenced the film. It was also partly inspired by Australia's 1970s oil crisis. Though we don't need to worry about that now. We have enough oil forever, so I'm led to believe. So you can jam your bloody Tesla battery. The original film had all the actors dubbed with American accents for the US release. Now, I don't actually have a clip of that, but I think I can recreate it using my flawless New York accent. Here we go. Get me one of those New York yellow cabs. Forget about it. But some of the actual lines were changed to make it easier to understand. Oi became hey you. Windscreen became windshield, or vice versa. I don't know. And see looks became see what I see. See looks, by the way, that is not an Australian expression. I don't even know the context that you would even use that in. Hugh Keys-Byrne plays the central villain in the first and latest Mad Max film. Probably not the same character though, because his eyes bulged out and he exploded in a shower of rubber and jagged metal. He was also going to play Martian Manhunter in George Miller's cancelled Justice League movie. New Zealand and Sweden banned the film initially. Sweden right up until 2005. 2005 was also the year that The Man Who Refused to Stop Gardening came out. This fact is unrelated. Mel Gibson didn't even audition for a part initially. He went in supporting his friend Steve Bisley, but his face was all mashed up. Like he had like a broken nose and jaw from a bar fight from the night before. That I assume was race related. He was asked to come back and audition because they needed freaks. But when he came back all handsome and Mel Gibsonified, they didn't recognize him initially. And then he got the lead role or whatever. The final scene of Mad Max inspired the whole Saw series.
The chain in those handcuffs. It's high tensile steel. It'll take you 10 minutes to hack through it with this. Now, if you're lucky, you could hack through your ankle in 5 minutes. Go.
Thanks a bunch! After its US release, George Miller got offers for a number of films, including First Blood, but opted for a higher budget sequel to Mad Max. Upon its initial international release, most people didn't know that The Road Warrior was a sequel, as it was marketed as a standalone story. But it is a sequel! It's a sequel to the movie Mad Max. A few early complaints of the new film is that Max doesn't talk enough, but he only has the total of 16 lines in The Road Warrior. Like the first, the trailer focuses more on action and stunts, as Mel Gibson wasn't the well-known and beloved actor that he is today. Despite looking deserty, the main location in The Road Warrior was extremely cold, with actors having to rug up in between takes. James Cameron cites The Road Warrior as one of the major influences behind The Terminator. I don't know in what specific sense. Both feature the future, I guess? George Miller also directed The Neverending Story 2 and Andre, but this was a different George Miller. Some people have the same names as other people. Max's outfit here doesn't just look cool, it tells us where the character has been. He has a leg brace and a missing sleeve from the injuries he sustained in the first film, and he has 2 missing fingers on his glove so he can reload shotgun shells easier. In the follow-up film, he even has a dilated pupil from another injury received in Road Warrior. Mad Max is set in the far-off future of the year 2000. The Road Warrior in 2003 and Beyond Thunderdome in 2018. Beyond Thunderdome was originally going to be a post-apocalyptic Lord of the Flies style movie, but then Mad Max was shoehorned in. This is very noticeable, and the movie suffers for it. Warner Brothers gave George Miller the rights to part 2 and 3 to get him to step aside as the director of Contact due to creative differences. Tupac's song California Love was filmed inside the Thunderdome set. Bruce Spence plays a pilot in both The Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome. And despite the characters' similarities, including having the same face, they play 2 completely different people. Why? Just make them the same character! Mad Max 4 was initially to star Mel Gibson and was to begin shooting in 2003. But because of the Iraq War, it was abandoned as it was considered a politically sensitive era. The project went through a number of changes, including at one point being an animated feature. Michael Biehn was also considered as a replacement for Mel Gibson, and Jeremy Renner campaigned for the role. Alright, that'll do it. And if you like this and want more Mad Max stuff, check back later in the week and I'll probably do a review for it. And if you want to watch some awesome Mad Max videos, check out Bandit Incorporated's Mad Max Mega Review Series. It's pretty great and much more comprehensive than what I've slapped together here. Also have a podcast called The Weekly Planet. It's alright. I'll link all that stuff I said below and at the end of this video. But do you like Mad Max? And if so, what is your favorite Mad Max movie? The correct answer is the second one, by the way. Leave your thoughts below if you want. I'm not gonna stop you. Probably. Thanks everyone. Take care.